Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Football Palestine Extra, where I break down everything that's happened in the past week of Palestinian football and give it to you in this really nice, condensed video format. We've got quite a few things to speak about this week. You might have remembered my announcement from a couple of weeks ago. It is real. You can get the jersey that I'm wearing or the home one, the white one, through footballpalestine.com and through our Substack as well. You should have received the email last night. So if you do want to purchase a Palestine national team jersey, feel free to use that link. Actually, if you purchase through that link, it helps me. Obviously, one of the ways that I have tried to monetize the site is with this referral link. And I don't like to do it for too many products, but I know a lot of people are interested in the national team jersey. So if you do purchase through the link, that helps me. And as well as a thank you to our premium subscribers, there is a discount on the jersey. So 10% off of your entire basket of purchases from the Palestine section on subsidesports.com. So if you are kind of on the fence of, hey, should I get a premium subscription or not, consider upgrading. And then, you can go and buy 2, 3, 4, 5 jerseys and get 10% off of that whole. The great thing about Subside Sports is they stand by that quality. You don't get any of this cheap replica stuff. It's 100% authentic. And they even go so far to provide the authentic name and number plate that the players wear. So if you want a jersey that says, number 11, Adit Bag, or 19, Wissam Abu Ali, they sell that. They will even customize it for you. So if you want to put your own name and number on there, or, if you happen to be a fan of, I don't know, let's say, Mahajno scored the winner against Iraq in March. You can go and get his jersey, put number 20, put Mahajno on the back. Whatever you want, available to you on subsidesports.com. We are going to be running a competition to give away one of the jerseys for free. I haven't sorted out all the details with subsidesports.com. Once I do, I will let you know. The way it's going to work is premium subscribers are going to have a higher chance at winning this jersey. It doesn't mean like the legions of people that follow me without paying won't have a chance. They will have a chance. But what I sort of want to do is I want to drive subscriptions. I've got a couple goals in mind, and one of the things I'd really like to do would be to get Football Palestine to 1,000 subscribers. So that's 1,000 overall paying and non-paying before the next international break starts. So we've got about 3 weeks. So if you haven't followed Football Palestine on Substack, please do. Tell your friends to follow Football Palestine on Substack. I think it's just a great way to kind of get that feed of news. Even if you don't use the app, even if you don't go to the website itself, it'll come straight to your inbox. And that's, I think, the best way to get it, where, you have it there sitting for you, ready and waiting. Anytime you've got maybe a couple minutes to read the latest news, you can. And then if you upgrade to a premium subscription, you'll know that you'll see videos like these in their entirety. And also, you'll have access to the back catalog of all the episodes of Football Palestine Extra, plus all the interviews we've done with national team players, past and present. And I haven't forgotten about that. I am in discussions with multiple players, past and present, to get them on the show as soon as possible. So what do we have to talk about? Well, domestic seasons in Europe, fast coming to a close. They're also fast coming to a close in other parts of the world, Libya, Egypt, Qatar, those 3 nations, particular concern to us because those are the leagues that are home to the biggest amount or largest amount of Palestinian players currently. And it's sort of crept up on us, but there's not much of the league season to play. It's about 2 or 3 games in all the European leagues. The big games that are left there is the run in Egypt, the Ahli. We're going to be looking to see if Wissam Abu Ali can add to his goal tally and also win a second successive league title. A lot of people express concerns about Wissam Abu Ali. He hasn't been scoring as many goals as he did last season. I mean, last season he was on fire. He scored a completely insane amount of goals. It's like a goal every game that he averaged. Now he's down. He scored 5 goals this season, 2 assists, but he's only had 14 appearances in the league. So there's a goal involvement every other game, which I think is a decent return for a striker. He's done the same, 3 goals and assists in 8 games in Africa. So I think he's played quite well. Injuries have been a factor for him this season. I think it was only normal that he would get hurt sooner rather than later because he didn't have much of an offseason. You have to remember that he was playing for Sirius and then got transferred in the winter and then was like straight into it. And then Egypt also had something of a shortened off season, so he's been playing football nonstop for a year and a half now. And things aren't going to get any easier for him because there's the Club World Cup, and I know that is going to be a huge, huge emphasis for a club like Al Ahly. Keep in mind, Al Ahly, club of the century for a reason. They won the most titles in the 20th century, and FIFA designated them the club of the century. FIFA's come up with this tournament. I don't know how interesting it is. It's still a little bit weird. I think there's way too many European teams in there. But he is the only Palestinian national team player that will be participating. I do think that Ahly are a worthy participant in this tournament because they actually won something on the continental level. They won the Champions League of Africa last year. Their opposition, the likes of Inter Miami, sort of snuck into the back door to participate in this tournament. But I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see. So we'll look forward to watching some of those games after the international break is over. Other forwards, and really this episode is going to be a lot about the forwards. Asad Hamlawi, I thought he's been great with Schwan Wrocław. Really, I think he's turned their season around. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough for the Silesian side. They were officially relegated earlier this week with 2 games left to play. And, they caught fire, but, there wasn't really a slump from the other teams around them. So, he came in, they were bottom of the league. They rose 2 places, and then they just needed one more team to kind of slip up or suffer a loss of form, and that just didn't happen. I feel like they ran out of time more than anything else because since Asad Hamlawi's arrival, they've been playing good football. And I think it'd be interesting to see where he goes now because he's earned himself something of a reputation in Poland. Maybe another Polish club comes in for him, or maybe he sticks with Schwan Wrocław. I think Wrocław is a very interesting case because they lost the league last season on goal difference, but the narrowest of margins. So they finished second place playing European football, and this year they get relegated. Crazy league, the Polish league, but Asad Hamlawi again, you can compare him to Wissam Abu Ali in that he's had a very similar season this year to the one that Wissam Abu Ali's had last year, and I thought in the 2 cameos he had in March, where he made his debut against Jordan and then played 5 days later against Iraq, I thought he did very, very well. A very interesting profile of a striker that we have, and someone that I would not hesitate to use him from the start. Probably the only thing in his way is the fact that you've got the likes of Wissam Abu Ali and Palestine's all-time leading goal scorer, Adel Dabbagh. But other than that, he's absolutely great. Also, forwards, we just mentioned him. Adel Dabbagh. He's going to play Celtic tonight in the league, and then in just about 10 days' time, he'll play Celtic in the Cup. He started over the weekend against Rangers. Only about 45 minutes. They hold him off at halftime. And I think it was a blessing in disguise because it was 0-0 between Aberdeen and Rangers. And once Ade came off, Aberdeen slumped to a 4-0 defeat. Kind of an open question as to whether or not Aberdeen will get a European spot next season. They're kind of going for third. Recent results are making that a little bit more difficult to attain. They probably need to get something from tonight's game to make it a little bit easier on themselves. So we'll see. We'll see. And then the open question is what will happen to Ade with 1 year left on his contract with Charleroi? Will Aberdeen trigger his clause? Does he want to stay in Aberdeen? Will another club come in for him? It's all an open question. I think a lot of people had really high expectations